Hello skilled people, my name is Brent and welcome to the Skilled Inc. YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about how to secure your dream job. Did you know that there's only one thing stopping you from securing your dream job? And that one thing is... So you have an on-site interview coming up, so you're pretty much at the final step before securing your dream job. But the one thing that's stopping you? Well, it's nothing. There's literally nothing standing between you and you getting your dream job. Sure, there could be some things you might want to brush up on before your interview, but there's absolutely nothing stopping you from acing the interview and getting that offer letter. There are a lot of candidates who prepare glitzy resumes and get selected for the interview, but actually fail to secure the job. Interviewing can definitely be challenging, but if you come prepared to showcase who you are, you can be successful. Sure, it does happen where you are the perfect fit for the job, but you just don't portray yourself very well. Failure to strike the right chords with a hiring manager could cost you that opportunity, but if you are a good fit based off job description and the hiring manager likes you and believes what you're talking about, then you could definitely get that opportunity. Apart from exaggerated answers and over-the-top, overconfident tone, nervousness, lack of conviction, and transparency are some of the key reasons that cause a candidate from continuing to move further in the hiring process. Here are some things to do in order to prepare for that job interview, and hopefully if you do these things, you'll be able to land it. Remember, interviewing is a skill and it takes practice to get good at. Make sure to review your resume before the interview. And that might sound ridiculous because you're the one writing it, but it's definitely true. So you definitely wrote your resume probably a while back and haven't looked at it recently. Maybe there's some sections of your resume you have been there for a while, like your schooling or older jobs. So you might not remember everything you listed, but it's important to review and make sure you're aware of everything in the off chance that the interviewer does ask, so you won't act surprised. If they ask about a specific school project that you did a while ago and you really haven't thought about that for several years, just make sure you review that just so you remember what that project was and what you actually did. Reviewing every detail of your resume is important and it's definitely a key to being successful. And it really shouldn't only take about 20 minutes or so. Hopefully, since your resume is only 1 or 2 pages, but reviewing your resume and knowing everything about it, and being able to talk about it confidently is definitely important. You just want to be confident in what you're saying, and you don't want to be caught off guard and not being able to explain your resume because it make it seem like you're embellishing on something, or maybe you actually didn't do exactly what you were talking about. There are certain things you could do during an interview in order to capitalize on the moments. An example would be when a person interviewing you asks you a question and you relate that to something you've done in the past or you could do for that company. Remember, they're going to be interviewing you, trying to figure out if you'd be a good fit for the job, and any way you could come up with reasons from your experience showcasing you can or have done it helps them bridge the gap mentally that you could do it. But you should always be honest and tell them about the things you can do for them. You don't want to be embellishing too much and get caught up in doing something that you can't do. Be prepared to answer questions that test your knowledge. This is another obvious one, but you should come prepared that they're going to question you, that you actually know what you're doing. Did you probably say something in another previous interview? Maybe you told them you knew a specific coding language. Be prepared to back that up. Make sure that you're answering questions that don't sound like you're a know-it-all, like, oh, this is easy and I know blah, blah, blah. You want to come off as being knowledgeable, but not being super obnoxious about it. I know there are times in my past where I'm interviewing with someone who felt like they were bragging, and I mean it's good to have someone who knows what they're talking about and what they're doing, but I'm thinking to myself, would this person actually be a good fit on the team? And think about the social and personal skills. You don't want to have someone in a team that just feels like they're bossing everyone around or feels like the way that they're doing stuff is the only way to do it. So make sure that you're just balancing those two out. One thing I recommend before doing an interview is doing the research on the company. What products do they make? Who's their CEO? You don't have to know everything about the company, but you should know pretty much the basics. This only benefits you in the interview if they ask you a question, so you can help back it up with like, I like this product, or I would, this is how I would think I could help this product. It really also helps you decide if you want to work for that company. What are the company's goals? Do you like the products they create? Do you think you could help them achieve those goals? Maybe there's some experience that you have that relates to what they're doing and you can help make it better. Definitely doing your company research and figuring out where your fit is within the job, I think definitely helps. Finally, it's always good to ask questions when you feel it's appropriate. If you want to save them from them, that's fine. But the interviewer asks you a question that you're generally curious about, ask them politely if you could ask that question right now. The idea behind this is asking questions shows that you have interest in the company and the role you're looking into. Obviously, you shouldn't be faking interest, but you should definitely be thinking of thoughtful questions that let the interviewer know that you're engaged and really thinking about the conversation and the job opportunity. So hopefully these tips help you with your upcoming on-site interview, and good luck from Skilled.